Suji. The only person in the back line to have started the last fixture. It's a changed back line for West Bengal in this fixture. Resting out some regular starters. Ikram Nazari doesn't find a way through. Still have the ball. Naveen. Pragyan. Here's Rituraj. He's got the shot blocked. Tituam Hazurai trying to send one in. Here's Ember Chetri. Pranjal. Back with Cookie. He finds a bit of a space there, but ends up with a lot more weight behind that one. Goes behind for a goal kick. We've got Group B tomorrow. And as far as standings in Group B goes, Kerala on top. We've already made their way through. Railways on 6 points, followed by Meghalaya with 5. Punjab with a win the other day on 4. Here's Assam meanwhile. Trying to activate that left channel to Pranjal Homage. Floated in a long cross. Again, pretty swiftly sends it behind towards the goalkeeper. And can they keep going? Hazawari. Long ball in. And couldn't quite keep the ball in play there. Sudeep Takover. One of the two changes for this fixture in the starting 11 for Assam. Sudeep Takover and Sudhem Wari given a start. Vikram Pradhan on the ball. 25 years of age. It's a decent strike. A hard in the mouth moment for Navajoti Ayan. Half yard was enough for BJ. Half-hearted challenge there. He's trying to stop him from taking that strike. Akash with the corner. Floats it in quite wide. To still have the ball, West Bengal. Goes all the way back. Vikram Pradhan is another addition into that back line for this game. These Bengal FC can use it for Played for Calcutta Customs stand. Opportunity and wasted. That was the moment. A glorious one at that. Makes an absolute mess of it. Sudeep Takover had ample amount of time. It wasn't that there was any tackle coming in. Lukoja hurried attempt towards the target, and in the end, well, nothing short eventually. Raj gives the ball away. So I wasn't anticipating the ball coming in his way. But here's Assam now. Humber. Raj scans his left, doesn't find a way through. Goes to the centre back, who floats in a long ball towards Pranjal Bhumic. Was starting from an offside position there. It's a very good turnout with the home side playing. And they really want to see a goal, a comeback from their local side. There is a possession back and have an option towards the left. Here's Pranjal. Cookie, still Cookie, does well to keep the ball in. And still with Assam through Rituraj. Rituraj shifts it wide towards the right. An opportunity for an early cross there, but takes the deflection and goes behind for a corner. A good tempo being set in by Assam now in the last few minutes. Jungmin Lun Cookie behind this corner. Has looked pretty lively since he has come on the pitch. Shifts it towards the back post. And heads out of clearance, but only goes as far as Pranjal. And wasn't allowed to connect that properly. And still with Assam. Across and straight towards the defense. Takes it on the chest, takes the second ball, and Talmai gets it away. Can West Bengal bring it out on the counter? And held in his tracks there. BJ gets it back now. Tracks all the way back. Pranjal again. Takes a touch. Doesn't allow to march forward. And much to the ire of the majority in attendance. As we bring intense 10 minutes with the start of the second half. Assam had a very good opportunity to get this game back to level terms. And can they find a way back into this contest? They've got 7 goals so far. As many as West Bengal have scored before the start of this fixture. They've conceded quite more. The 45 minutes have been played out in the other game, ongoing between Tamil Nadu and Uttarakhand, still 0-0. It's a brilliant strike and a brilliant save. It was pretty cheeky in the end. And trying to work out on the angle, flicks it on his way through, and Navajoti around, making sure he gets something behind that one. Has managed to keep them in the game. The goalkeeper, Vijay. Not the best of cross from his standpoint. Akash, and sends it behind. Pragyan goes back towards Vidom Hazawari, goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper. A lot of open spaces. Nabil spots the run, pushes one down the line towards Sudipta. Yes, Pragyan, a heavy touch. 3v1, concedes the possession. Struck firmly, but struck wide. Tidom Hazawari has a goal to his credit in the game against Nagaland. They're taking a chance from way out. Hazawari. Yeah, defense pretty active for West Bengal. We had one off moment that wasn't exploited by Assam. Back with Tudium once again. Another ball, trying to target Sudita wide on the right. There's a lot of firepower sitting out on the bench from West Bengal's perspective. Robbie Hansta, Akib Nawab, Sayan Banerjee, Uttam Hanta, and of course Naruhari Shrestha. A few for sure will be involved at some stage, maybe at about 70th minute mark. And it's about giving game time to a lot of the late starters in the earlier games in the final round. Just trying to make sure everybody's in the nick. Known to play their slick brand of football. West Bengal. Cookie. Rituraj finds Pranjal. Gets himself into a decent position and pushes that to Cookie again. And still Assam on the ball. Here's Nabi. Heads it behind. Sutem finds Didwan once again. Rituraj dropping in deep to try and support the full-backs, the centre-backs rather. Long ball floated into it. It's Sudipta, but Bikram ensures safety. Being with a cross, sent out. Rituraj takes a touch. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Here's a Sumoy. Tanmay. Akash. Marshall. Akash. Tanmay again. Keeping hold of the ball are West Bengal. Here's Marshall. Switching feet and finds Samay, takes the touch, rolls it forward towards the left. Here's Vijay, who takes the strike into the gloves of the keeper. And that is the kind of football you are missing from Assam. And they haven't been as slick as West Bengal, especially when it comes down to their attacking prowess. Space opens up for Rituraj Mohan, one-on-one with Madan Mandi. Rituraj gets the cross in and was anticipating Akram Narzari to get to the end of it. And in the end, routine collection for the goalkeeper. Karan. Tanmay. Marshall sends one in. Leon with a collection. Again for Nabeen. Yes, so they worry. Tidwam Hazawari. Looking for a route through. Yes, Cookie on the ball. And trying for an early release towards Pragyan Sundar Gogoi, but doesn't find a way through. Still Assam. And chips one in the air. It had come off a maroon shirt there. And fortuitously from their standpoint goes straight towards the keeper. And that is something they'll have to try and keep doing. Put some pressure on that back line. And try and test them out. Here's Rituraj winning the possession back. Here's Pragyan Sundar. Shifts it towards Sudipta. Sudipta one-on-one with Bikram. Rituraj makes an absolute meal of it in the end. Zanupam Borgrain was out on the bench. Mayuk Gogoi and Koyari, the three forwards, haven't been involved as yet. Another notable name, of course, is Timothy Nazari. Quite a few players from the United Chirangdwar FC as well as from the Bodoland FC, the two clubs based out of Assam. Vikram Pradhan, the back Nizam Bank, 25-year-old, played for most of clubs before a move towards the East Bengal. Very important to play in the full-back positions as well as in the centre-back. And BJ there taking his chances. And again, trying to play out from the back or Assam. There hasn't been that fluidity to their build-ups. A swift shift in their tactic. Rose with a long ball. Got the possession. Here's Rituraj. Pragyan doesn't keep the ball in. Have to play it behind. Still got 24 minutes. Defensively, it's been alright from Assam's perspective. Haven't conceded in the second half. Can't afford to score, or rather concede, more than one. And hope that Uttarakhand doesn't score on the other fixture. That is ongoing. Karan gets it back. Rituraj. Pranjit. 1-1 with Akash. Shifts the ball towards the other side. Here's West Bengal now. Linked away by Sudeepta. Reflection carries the ball forward. Here's Bijoy now. No on the ascendancy. 2v1 just outside the box. Bijoy, left one. Rip, but the ball finds Rituraj Mohan. Here's Cookie. A desperate attempt to win the ball back and ends up conceding a free kick. And trying to hold him in his tracks there. Headed out by Bikram. Zakash controls it, turns, lifts that one in the air. Samay. Vijay again. This time decides to shift the play. Rituraj in a lot of the ball and has been decent in terms of his distributions. Has done well to pick out passes. Has found the right option more often than not. There's Assam now patient with their build-up. Got 20 minutes in the normal time to go. Or at the very least, got to make sure the scoreline doesn't change if they can't go on and get the equalizer. The second half is underway at Shilapatha Football Stadium, and at the 52nd mark, it's 0-0. Karan gets Marshall involved, who's made that run. It was that decent game. Made a few overlapping runs in the first half. Was added that much needed bit to the attack. Got those crosses in. Here's Bijoy, 1-on-1. Inside, gets the ball towards the other side of the pitch. Operating more centrally is Vijay along the carpet. They lack momentum in that. And can they try and get that cushion goal? West Bengal. It's not going to make a difference in terms of the standings at the moment for sure. Then they would definitely want to carry that momentum going into the knockouts. Win this game. It's almost a half-change squad, half-change starting 11. And a hurried clearance coming in from the captain, Vikram Pradhan. Akash. Switch and play towards the right side is Marshall. Ball finds a maroon shirt. Toe pokes behind. Cookie for Rituraj. Spots an early run from Pranjal. Taken away by Sujit. Here's Pranjal. And still holds on to the possession. Can he be that telling difference between Assam and their goal? Vijay. There's Vikram. Back with Vijay. Karan. Blocked by Didwam Hazawari. Holds on to his footing there, Rituraj. Invites the run from Pragyan. Pragyan one-on-one with Bram. Slotted over the back line, here's Vikram. Retrieves it back with Sudeepta, who sends a cross in. He controls it well. Rituraj takes a touch, turns. Shifts it towards Didwam. Cookie on the run through, but ball goes behind for a goal kick. A decent move again, but not eventuating into anything. Into the last quarter of the game. And all the Assam fans, meanwhile, will have one of their eye on the other game being played. Still 0-0. And how they would hope Tamil Nadu goes on to score one goal. And puts immense pressure on Uttarakhand. For Assam, Krang Nazari was made impact in the previous fixtures. Mayur Gogoi in place of Krang Nazari. Didn't find a healthy contribution in this fixture. Akrang. And change for West Bengal as well. Spiky Thapa has been introduced. So two changes for West Bengal as well. Sujit being taken out and Juwail Ahmed Majumdar comes in his place. Vicky Thapar in place of Chaco Mandi. We get to be involved in the last 15 minutes, 14 minutes or so. Juwail Ahmed Majumdar, 27-year-old, was a part of the squad that won the championship last time around. Has been one of the mainstays in the back line of West Bengal. Here's Vicky, his first involvement. Tanmay pushed forward. Pranjal taken to the full back. Pranjal stops momentarily. Brilliant turn from Pranjal Bhobic. Finds a man towards his right. Here's Nabeen. Lifted it towards Pranjal. A header! Hits the crossbar. They have come close in the second half. They wasted an opportunity at this time. Well, that was the attempt. He timed it perfectly, got everything right. Still couldn't quite find the back of the net. That was a powerful one, a thumping one at that. Waits for the jump, everything perfect, everything in line. You've had two glorious moments in the second half. It's not your day. Sometimes it's not your day. Missed out an absolute sitter to test out the goalkeeper, and then this one, the goalkeeper was beaten. And it deserves a goal the way he has played this game. Pranjal Bhobic has been the centre of almost everything in terms of the attacking threat that Assam has possessed. All the attacks have come from the left channel. Most of the attacks have come from the left channel. Has been the eventual target for Ritu Rajmohan to try and pick out a pass. Somna Datta gets a near-born ball. Putting on some pressure on that backline is Pranjal. A desperate attempt to try and get that equalizer. Vicky. Bikram. Well-coordinated attack. Press rather from Assam. A couple of gentle touches and West Bengal find themselves on the ball with a lot of spaces in between the lines. Vicky. And trying to close out in the midfield. Here's a lofted ball inside. Hits it on the volley deflection. We are in for a frantic finish to the second half. Assam they're not going to go down one ring. Gets it on its way through. Across. There's Mayuk's involvement. He's taken his position wide on the right. Mayuk. Going for the ball. Missing out on that one. Looks like it was a handball given. And the other one has a worry. There's one thing that will have to be mindful of is playing a high line and leaving out those spaces. Because West Bengal have gone absolute pace forward. With 7 minutes to play, and how significant was the contact is a big question. And this is much to the delight of the majority crowd here. Now, was there enough? And the attempt was being made from behind to win the ball back. I'm not quite sure if he even saw the player being rather making that move. But the ref was rightly placed. It was right in front of his eyes and wasted no time in giving that call. The experience of Somnath Datta will put to scale. And on the mark is Rituraj Mohan, who's had a fantastic game so far. Has been marvelous with his ball distribution. Let's pick out the right passes more often than not. Picture of concentration as he sets his eyes on the target. Rituraj against Somnath sends one. He has restored parity, much to the delight of hundreds in attendance. The Bakwakana Football Stadium. He gets it right, the goalkeeper, but the precision of that strike, taking it away from Somnath Datta's reach. With 5 minutes to play, Assam would believe that they have got a foot in the door for the knockouts. Done, mate. Gives the ball away. Here's it. Nidwam Hazawari. Pragyan. Doesn't get the shot away. Here's Nidwam Hazawari looking for options. Controls things down, calm things down. He's been that soothing factor with all his experience coming into play in that back line. Takes a decent touch. Goes down on the ground. Oh, a couple of changes for West Bengal. Akash Himram being taken out. And here's Assam. Meanwhile, I've got another corner. So now Hari Shrestha and Akib Nawab, the two incoming players on the pitch. With 3 minutes and a thick bit left. The targets the near post. And the goalkeeper came out to get that collection. And in the process has injured himself as Somnath Datta. And they want to get on with it. Got the markings right. Pranjal was charging up for that. Goalkeeper came off his line and definitely interfered. A draw is what they needed, Assam. The overs unit would have been really difficult against a very good side, a quality side in West Bengal, the defending champions. In the hindsight, I think that they had the chance to win this one. And those couple of attempts in the second half especially had gone in. An opportunity was wasted by Sudeep Takonwar, and then a headed attempt from Pranjal Kumj hitting the woodwork and coming back. And this was the moment. Rituraj Mohan. We'll have to wait and see how many minutes will be added on. There have been delays. A couple of major injury concerns. Expecting about 4 minutes, around about that. And the flag was up against Sumay. Zawari. Nabeen. Answer to the right foot to try and find Pranjal. Pragyan. They'll have to try and keep hold of the ball in the last few minutes. Assam. They've got Akib Nawab, West Bengal on the pitch. Is known for his electrifying pace and scored a goal against Nagaland in the first fixture.
Additional time, 5 minutes.
5 minutes added on as stoppages. And it's going to be long 5 minutes from Assam's perspective. And can they try and go for the winner here? Got a deft touch to it. And takes the possession back is Assam now. And Pragyan doesn't get attached to it, gives the ball away in the middle of the park. Here's McCoy and finds Pranjal. Shifted the flank out with Sudeepta. Right, the news from the Silapathar Football Stadium is Tamil Nadu have opened the scoring. There's another good news for Assam. So West Bengal 11, Tamil Nadu 10 points, Rajasthan 7, and Assam 6. And it's a matter of 2 minutes here, rather 3 minutes, and then a quarter to go in the other game. Rituraj Hakib launches one in the air. Nirvari Shrestha dropping in deep. One back by Assam and trying to push forward. Sudeepta digging in those reserve tanks. Free kick Assam. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Rituraj Mohan behind this one. Rituraj goes for goal. And that was mighty close. He went for a winner there. Ferociously struck towards the right. And had it covered, although still wanted to make sure that one doesn't sneak in. Vijay brings him down there. Number Chetri wasn't too pleased with that. Into the final few seconds. They go airborne again. Here's Akib. Takes a touch, brings it down. Akib with his electrifying pace. The 23-year-old forward plays for Diamond Harbour FC in the I-League 2. Former association with the SAT Road as well as FC Bengaluru United. He came off the bench against Nagaland and scored. Another change for West Bengal. Vijay is going to come on and will be replaced by Shamal Besra. It's 20-year-old plays for East Bengal. Was there a shout for a handball there given by the ref? The stoppages have been completed. And there comes the full-time whistle from Ashwin. What an end to this fantastic game. The hosts were put against the defending champions. And in the end, it was a shared effort. West Bengal opening the scoring in the first half through